your family, and we'll get justice and fair results. My number, 210-900-0400. That's 900-0400. Or go to my website, alawyerforus.com.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home for Texas A&M football. Saturday evening at 6:30, the Aggies take on the Mississippi State Bulldogs. Presented by Just Ponce. Pre-game at 5:30 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. San Antonio's Sports Center.
Brandon Aubrey is the player of the month for the month of September, the NFC Special Teams Player of the Month. He was 9 of 9 on field goals, along with 64 and a game winner. Houston Texans running back Woody Mark was named the Rookie of the Week for his Week 4 performance in the win against the Titans, 119 yards and 2 touchdowns, while the 49ers take on the Rams tonight, coming up at 6:30.
If you smoke, take it outside. Get the facts at don'tpassgas.org.
This is Extra Innings with Pleasure.
Truth is, I am Iron Man.
Rock and roll! The Texans win it!
You've been called the Da Vinci of our time. What do you say to that?
Absolutely ridiculous. I don't paint.
That ball is history! A walk-off home run!
And it's going to be legendary.
James Pledger wraps your day with insight, opinion, plenty of sarcasm, and of course, your calls. He'll even pour a beer out the door for his favorite story of the day. This is Extra Innings with Pledger. Now, here's Pledge. What's up, Dad?
Can't stop me now! Welcome into Extra Innings with Pleasure right here on San Antonio Sports Star, 94.1 FM. SASportsStar.com. I am James Pledger. I appreciate y'all joining me, however y'all may be joining me, whether that's on 94.1 on your FM dial, if you happen to be locked in and listening at SASportsStar.com via our AA Best Bail Bonds audio player, or you happen to be locked in and listening on our YouTube channel. That's right. We stream all of our shows live on YouTube. All you got to do is go there, subscribe, like while you're there, search SA Sports Star. It's the best way to get a hold of us. Set the notifications for when we go live. You can comment along with the show as it happens, as most of y'all already are in there in the chat. Antonio, Fred Records, Sam, Miss Becky, I see you all in there. Appreciate y'all for joining me today and every day. And Miss Becky saying time for the best show on radio. Appreciate that so much as we get you started here today. And, you know, with us being just a little over a month away from what's going to be the Prop A, Prop B vote on November 4th. That's going to be very, very big. And we always keep hearing this different information coming from both sides. And so the Blitz has made it a point to bring as many informed voices as they can, whether it is Core or from District 1 or Mark White, from City Council. You look at former Mayor Ron Nirenberg. And today they had on former Mayor Henry Cisneros, who went through something similar to this when it came to bringing the Alamo Dome to San Antonio and the way it was done, as it was funded through, you know, the tourism tax. And he shed a lot of light on this situation, and you can catch the entire interview over at SASportsStar.com via the AA Best Bail Bonds audio player. But some of the takeaways from what he said was just kind of getting through the misinformation, and really it's about keeping things simple.
But we just need to do, you know, some clear explaining. And I think that means using social media and putting trusted people on the air to explain. We have all kinds of people in San Antonio, like former Mayor Nirenberg, people like Hope Andrade, our former Secretary of State, people in the business community, people in the civic community who are trusted and who know, who are experienced. Put their faces on social media, have them tell the story in a repeated and simple way. Those are the kinds of things we need to be doing, I think.
And one way to simplify it is kind of letting people know this vote, it's pretty simple. Everybody likes to put Project Marvel in this big bubble together, and it includes so much, whether it's the Alamo Dome renovations, the land bridge, the arena, the bar district, the courthouse, the convention center. It's all a part of Project Marvel. But when we're talking about Prop A and Prop B and what's going on, we need to separate the Spurs new arena from Project Marvel.
The first thing you've got to do is separate, what this vote actually is. And when people use Project Marvel, that's been the words that have been used to describe the whole thing, which is the Spurs arena, improvements to the downtown hotels, the expansion of the convention center, the conversion of the old theater, the federal building, into a venue, and then the so-called land bridge across to the dome and improvements to the dome. That's an awfully big thing. But what we're really voting on is just the county's increase of their hotel venue tax from 1.75% to 2%, which then goes directly into the Spurs arena. And to me, this thing has gotten overly complicated. People use Project Marvel and then describing the whole thing and talk about, multi-billion dollars worth of project. This is just the arena, and literally everything else turns on this particular vote. It's an increase in the venue tax and increase in some car rental fees, both of which are principally paid by people who come from out of town. And that raises enough money over a 10-year span to fund this portion of the arena. It backs the ability to do the finances for the arena. So it's pretty straightforward. And San Antonians will not be paying that tax. And it's also true that those monies, those particular funds, cannot be used for other purposes but for downtown development purposes. So anything other than that is just inaccurate.
And that's something that, they keep asking, Mayor Ortiz about. And she keeps talking about, wanting to fund affordable housing and stuff downtown. And like Henry Cisneros says, and reiterated, the funds can't be used for anything other than this that they're getting from the state.
Under state law, the funds that are being described cannot be used for any other purposes but for downtown type development. And that's what's being done here. It simply is not correct to say, this money could be used for affordable housing or this money could be used. We have these other needs, of course, in education, in housing, in other things. But the truth of the matter is, in our system, the more we generate income, the more we generate wealth, the more we generate economic activity, the more we create jobs, the likelier we're able then to expand the economic base and the tax base and do all of these other things that clearly we need to keep doing. But that really is the American way. That's the enterprise way that we do these things. We grow the economy, and out of that, we bring new people into the mix. But these particular funds cannot be used for any other purpose. Now, let me just say, with respect to, the opposition, I watched the opposition to sports transactions in other cities literally run their teams away.
And him saying that brings up a very, very cautionary town of a city you really just don't want to be like or associated with.
The classic case is Oakland, which once had the Warriors, the Golden State Warriors, playing in Oakland, They now play in San Francisco. They had the Oakland A's baseball team, Joe, as you know. They're now playing in Sacramento en route to Las Vegas. And they have the Oakland Raiders football team that is now the Las Vegas Raiders. They had 3 professional level teams, and they lost them all. And Oakland is a place in a downward spiral because the whole country understands they're not investing, they're not generating the economic base that's going to support a population. So I think we're just so blessed to have a team that's won 5 championships, to have a team that is beloved. I can't recall any single moment in San Antonio that has ever brought our city together like the nights when the Spurs have won NBA championships and people converge on the downtown from every part of the city. Every arterial into the city is congested with people gathering at the center to celebrate. And we've done it 5 times. And never has San Antonio been as united as in those moments. And I just hope people unite and understand, let's do this. It's practical. It's reachable. It's not at anybody's, expense. People are going to come in from out of town, and because we have a strong convention business, and they're going to help pay this tax, and people are going to rent cars, and they're going to help pay this tax. Let's just get it done and keep the Spurs intact and downtown.
Keep the Spurs intact and downtown. What say you? 210-656-ESPN, 656-3776 if you want to be a part of the conversation. Gary called in. Gary, what's going on, my man?
Hey, I want to just keep it real simple. Mayor Ortiz should be familiar with all of this. She knows what the truth is. So what she needs to do is stop lying. Stop lying. Stop misleading the public, because you're making people make decisions based on false information. Just tell the truth so people can make a clear and logical choice. She knows she's not telling the truth. She's not. How do you elect somebody that'll stand up there and just straight out lie, and you're the mayor of San Antonio? Don't do that. I think she's misleading the people of San Antonio. It could cost us one of our most valuable, sports franchises. That's all I had to say.
I appreciate it, Gary. Thank you. And I don't know that she's lying per se as much as she is misdirecting. I don't know. I don't know exactly, because I have not spent the time looking at this paperwork, but that's why we've had all these people on. The problem is the people we can't get on the show are the ones who oppose Prop A and B, and finding out why they oppose it. What are the reasons against it that we can actually have conversations and debates with about? And I know Jason and Joe, they've both tried to book people, and the only ones we have been able to get on to talk about this have been, whether it's Councilman White, or if you're talking about Sook Kaur or Ron Nirenberg or Henry Cisneros, we have gotten you as many people as we can in regards to bringing you the information. It is hard for us outside of when they were going into the runoff. There have been crickets coming from, whether it's the mayor's office and requests for her on the blitz, or any other council members that voted no against Prop A and B and Project Marvel.
Well, I was always told, don't open your mouth and put it in gear unless you really truly know what you're talking about. If you don't know what you're talking about, don't say anything. Say, I just don't know. I need to get more information. But when you open your mouth and you say something, then you have to be willing to stand by what you're saying. And if what you're saying cannot be justified, then that makes you look, your credibility just gets thrown out the window.
And the things that I do know about this and the things I have read about this, it cost the
general taxpayer, whether it's in Comal County, Bexar County, and you keep hearing numbers like 311, 800 and something $1 million on the hook for that's not accurate in terms of it. Yeah, it may be on the hook, but it's on the hook in terms of that tourism tax, the same one that paid off the Alamo Dome in a year. And that does not come from regular San Antonians unless you're doing things downtown in a touristy way.
Well, hey, man, I hear what you're saying. I think it's going to get passed, but I just don't think she should open her mouth and say something if she's not willing to come on the radio and justify what she's saying, because
educate us.
She's going to get called out.
Educate us. That's what all we want.
Otherwise, she's going to get massacred if she comes in here and says, "Well, this is the facts," because someone that is more educated in this subject matter than the two of us is going to rip her to pieces, and she's going to, she's going to be looking like Boo Boo the Fool. That's what it's going to be. So don't open your mouth and say something unless you know what you're saying is the truth.
I appreciate the phone call, Gary. Always welcome in, my man.
All right.
Man, it's going to be interesting. Remember, and the biggest thing I can say is no matter how you feel about this, no matter which way you feel about this, and remember, we had the lowest turnout for that runoff election in San Antonio. So the only way to make your voice heard, no matter which side of the spectrum you lean towards, vote. Get to the polls and vote, because if you don't have a right to complain about what's going on. And the people that didn't vote in the election that have complaints about your mayor, you helped choose this. And it's whether it's presidential elections, city elections, you're given a right. And that is our right as Americans to be able to vote. And if you don't make your voice heard, then that's on you. So whichever way you lean, whichever side of the fence you land on, just vote. Go out. Make your voice heard. And that's the best way to get what you want when November 4th rolls around. This is Extra Innings with Pledger. I am James Pledger right here on San Antonio Sports Star, 941 FM, SASportsStar.com. Earlier today on the Blitz, also they were joined by the EVP and COO of the Dallas Cowboys, Stephen Jones, as they get ready for the Jets. And man, they are injured going into it. They'll talk with him about it coming up next year on Extra Innings with Pledger on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Dallas Cowboys fans, come on down! It's AJ and Rob from the Morning Huddle, and you could be the next contestant on
The Stat Is Right. Every week leading up to the week of the Cowboys home game, AJ and Rob toss out a Cowboys player and a stat from the upcoming home game. Passing yards, rushing yards, number of times Dak adjusts his wristband mid-play, or perhaps CeeDee Lamb mouthguard chews per quarter. Whatever. All you have to do is predict that stat, get the closest, and bam! You're headed to Jerry World with a pair of tickets to the next Cowboys home game. Think of it like The Price is Right, but instead of winning a blender, you get to scream, "How about them Cowboys?" inside AT&T Stadium. So study up, Cowboy Nation, and listen to the Morning Huddle to play. The Stat Is Right, only on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys.
Trust, price, and ease of transaction. That's our philosophy at GiveMeTheVin.com. We love to buy cars. Fat ones, skinny ones, curvy ones, fast ones, slow ones, round ones, and square ones. Yes, square body Chevys. We buy them at GiveMeTheVin.com. Go to GiveMeTheVin.com right now, put yours in, and get a quote. We'd love to buy it. GiveMeTheVin.com, America's best car buyer.
Sell us your car. GiveMeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
The following is a dramatization.
Davis Law Firm, how can I help?
Hola, mi esposo se lastimó en un accidente ayer. ¿Me puede ayudar?
Claro que sí. Estamos aquí para servirle.
I'm Jeff Davis. At Davis Law Firm, we're here for you 24/7. Our team of Texas attorneys has been helping people injured in car, truck, or 18-wheeler wrecks for more than 25 years. And there's no fee unless we win. Y hablamos español. If you've been hurt, call us at 444-4444.
Davis Law Firm, San Antonio.
Do you owe $10,000 or more in credit card debt or personal loans? With credit card debt at all-time highs, Debt Relief Advocates is urgently notifying consumers of debt relief now being made available, designed to aid consumers with out-of-control credit card debt. Those who qualify and enroll for this relief program may only have to pay back a fraction of what they owe. This is not bankruptcy or a debt consolidation loan. This is a relief program that credit card companies would rather you not know about, as it could end your debt nightmare and save you lots of money. Consumers owing at least $10,000 in credit card debt or personal loans can now take advantage of this debt relief as the cost of living skyrockets. Debt Relief Advocates has established a relief hotline for you to call to learn what debt reduction you may qualify for. So don't wait. For this free information, call 800-422-8552. 800-422-8552. That's 800-422-8552. Not available in all states. Must qualify for enrollment. Results may vary.
My perfect day has sand, salt water, and friends. But my moderate to severe plaque psoriasis can take me out of the moment. Now I'm all in with clearer skin thanks to Skyrizi. Risankizumab Riza, a prescription-only 150 milligram injection for adults who are candidates for systemic or phototherapy. With Skyrizi, most people saw 90% clearer skin, and many were even 100% plaque-free at 4 months. Skyrizi is just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines.
Thanks to Skyrizi, there's nothing on my skin, and that means everything. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi, the #1 dermatologist-prescribed biologic in psoriasis. Visit Skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKYRIZI to learn more.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Coonahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions.
Hey, everybody, Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have leaf filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/deal to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
To get this special radio offer, go to leaffilter.com/deal for your free gutter inspection today and get up to 30% off. That's leaffilter.com/deal for up to 30% off. leaffilter.com/deal. See representative for warranty details.
Legendary doesn't happen by chance. It happens because it's what BetMGM does. Sign up for BetMGM and check out all the exciting new ways you can make this pro football season unforgettable. Shoot your shot with same-game parlays, call your plays like a pro with live betting, or bet on a market you didn't know existed thanks to BetMGM Originals. You'll be on the edge of your seat from the very first snap, no matter what type of fan you are. Earn BetMGM rewards points on every bet. Take advantage of football offers found nowhere else, like a second chance on a first touchdown bet, and keep an eye out for rewards dropping in your account throughout the season. Never settle for the ordinary. Sign up today. BetMGM. Make it legendary. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. See BetMGM.com for terms. Must be 21 years of age or older. Specific promotional offers are not available in Mississippi, New York, Nevada, Ontario, or Puerto Rico. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Available in the U.S. For New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. For Arizona, 1-800-NEXT-STEP. For Massachusetts, 1-800-327-5050. For Iowa, 1-800-BETS-OFF. For Puerto Rico, 1-800-981-0023. Subject to eligibility requirements in partnership with Kansas Crossing Casino and Hotel.
You hear that? That's the sound of your business losing money. Legacy phone systems weren't built for today's teams. Quo, formerly OpenPhone, gives your business a smarter way to stay connected. Quo lets you manage calls, texts, voicemail, and contacts all in one place so that you can deliver a seamless customer experience from ring to... Need to take calls on the go? Quo automatically transcribes, summarizes, and highlights next steps from every call, so you never miss a detail. Need insight into what closes a sale? With Quo's AI call tags, you can instantly spot key topics like objections or pricing questions and use those insights to level up every customer interaction. And yes, you can bring your existing number with you for free. Keep your team in sync and your customers happy with Quo. Quo, No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports and get 20% off your first 6 months. That's quo.com/sports. QUO.com/sports.
94.1 FM.
Welcome back into Extra Innings with Pleasure here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Don't forget, coming up here in just about 5 minutes, we have for you Thursday Night Football. And of course, Thursday Night Football, we're going to have the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Los Angeles Rams in an NFC West battle. It is brought to you by Flight by Yingling and is coming your way next, right here on San Antonio Sports Star, 94.1 FM, sasportstar.com. Stephen Jones talking about dealing with the injuries earlier today, and man, they've got a laundry list of them. The biggest thing I can say is I hope Tyler Smith is good to go for that upcoming game, because missing 4 of your 5 offensive linemen isn't ideal as you get ready to head into this game at the MetLife Stadium against the Jets. But remember, coming up next right here, we got Thursday Night Football. We got the 49ers. We got the Rams. It's all brought to you by Flight by Yingling.
Mellow Mushroom has the best pizza in San Antonio. Mellow delivers the best pizza experience with their delicious dough,